Hey, we returned. I know, it's been a while. Here's updated deck list in the meantime. Right, gang? Of course, please leave that comment, sub, all that fun stuff, blah, blah, blah. 3 MAXX Cope, a 3 Ash, 3 Ghost Spell, 2 Ghost Spell, new edition. I think I took out the Bystials because they turned out to be kind of mid, and against Tearlaments, like 1 Bystial I feel like isn't enough because they're very good and skilled, and they always mill more than 1 anyways, so they can pop off. And so Ghost Spell basically counters the Shufflers, because usually that's like the last chain. To me, Tearlaments is not that big of a deal, except for the freaking Shufflers, gang. So that's why 3 Ray, Marino Ray play. That's why I always say I'm not a rapper. 1 Rosio Donald, 1 Hamp, Searchable Kaiju. You could easily cut this depending on what you come up against, but I always like having an out to everything. I never like losing all because I just never had a chance to begin with, right? So that's why there's 1 Hamp, 3 Upstart, 1 Rhoda, double Gag, double Afterburners, 3 Lightning Storm, double triple Tactics Talent, because now Kashtira, they're probably going to activate something during the main phase anyways, right? You bait something out, who knows? There you go. 1 multi-roll, double Called By, 1 Horny Drones, 3 Widow, 1 Shark Cannon, 3 Linkage, and then 3 Imperm. Fairly standard extra deck, right? Nothing super crazy. I know you can easily play an Azalea instead of an extra Zeke or take out the Netmer Phoenix, but honestly, I think in the many games I've played up to this point, it's come up once where the play was so specific. I think it would have never happened otherwise, where I had a Bystial on field and I had a I had a Rose on field. And that's the only way I could have thought, like, oh, maybe if I made a Zealot to go destroy the Kashtira Fenrir, which, you know, maybe we'll add them in. We'll see how it goes. 3 Upstart, I know it conflicts with the Linkage, but hey, you fill up 3 spells in graveyard. I think that's more important, because Shy Striker, if you try to rely on the Linkage OTK, is more than likely not going to go through, because other decks probably Bystials to just block it, banish your Rosie O'Donnell or your Ray anyways. It's fairly rare for Linkage OTK to happen anyways, right? So this is decklist from now. We'll obviously have some changes, so we'll get into some gameplay right now. Hey, we returned. This is our first matchup for the day. Ash Blossom, Ghost Belly, Upstarty, Double and Gak. That's pretty good, right? Kashtira Fender. Might as well Ash it, right? Because I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe it's pure Kashtira. Who knows? Big mistake. Big mistake. Don't ever do that. Also, had the qualifier thing, so I was like, oh, cool. They're gonna just pop off. Oh well, you're screwed anyways. Doesn't matter. They're gonna mill like 20 cards from your deck, right? Kick Kalos, blah blah blah. Scream. We all know how it works. We see a Crimey. We see Scream. Keep popping off King. Alright, mill like 60 cards. Deck. Right, Rhino Heart. We all know what Tier does. Does Tier get hit for anything? I mean, the obvious one is ban Kikalos, but I might kill the deck. Honestly, just ban this and the other Shuffler. Those are the most annoying things ever. For some reason, to go into Abyss Dweller, which is a extremely hot take, even though they can see that I have, you know, Sky Striker, and that doesn't really matter, so I don't know what they're thinking. Very strange opening, but that's fine. So we're gonna fill up our graveyard with 3 spells. So far, they haven't decided to shotgun the Shufflers back, because remember, it needs to have 3 spells engraved for it to resolve. Search Array, etc, etc. Search your Ash. You're gonna chain Scream and chain MAXX Cope. Now you have decisions, right? Do you Ash this? Do you Call By? What do you do, right? Remember that this is a Shuffler. If we Ash it, that probably means MAXX will be guaranteed off. If we, for example, Call By the grave the MAXX, remember they could chain the Keldo to shuffle back the MAXX. Since it's no longer on the graveyard, Call By is going to fizzle out. They still get their MAXX draws. It's kind of like the Sprite thing, remember? Which has never happened to me, but it killed for you, right? For example, they chain MAXX during standby phase if you're playing against Sprite, and then they just resummon it with, like, I don't know. Or main phase, they just MAXX you, and then you try to Call By, and then they chain Sprite Elf to dodge the Call By, and then get MAXX and all that stuff, right? So that's why. Just Ash it, right? There's no way for them to negate the Ash with that. We save the Call By in case for something stupid, like if we're not lucky, and they mill something. And they did. Right? So now it's an appropriate time to probably chain it. So we're going to chain Ray. They're probably going to chain Root Callus to negate the Ray summon effect, remember, which they do. And we were well aware of that, so that's why we search for Widow Anchor to negate. And then we chain Called By to negate, or banish the Sharon, which basically negates the same thing, right? So again, they could chain Shuffler, but they choose not to. So Red Ray is going to come back. Right, Sully's going to add for Havness. Havness is going to pop off. Probably. Which is unfortunate. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Just hope they don't get lucky. They're going to change Shuffler to shuffle back our Ngag. That's why we have to Ghost Spell. Ghost Spell says no, senor. Right, yeah, they're 1100 life points, whatever, but they're at so little resources right now that we're at advantage. Kind of. But they get lucky. They have skill. They smell Merly. It's unfortunate. Merly's going to go into Grapha. Right, we enter battle straight up. You're probably wondering why did you do that? You maybe had the other option of maybe Zeke or something like that. Engage, search for another thingy. You could. Because we do still have... Well, actually, we JK. We don't have any Widow Anchors left in deck. The other options we could have done is maybe search for... I don't know. I want to say Horny Drones or something, but I thought the best course of action is just attack their field. All we got to deal with left is a Grapha, Mr. Card in hand, and a Tearlaments Scream. I think we're good. They're down 11 cards. Right. So main phase Dos. Going to Zeke. Zeke's gonna banish the Abyss Dweller. Right. Going to Yellow Ray to at least prevent this from attacking. We're going to chain Ngag. They've been holding on to that one forever. Good choice. Right. So they discard another Shuffler. Son of a bitch, right? Going to Blue Ray. At least this one, maybe we can go do other stuff, right? So Shark Cannon into Kashtira Fenrir. Why? Because at least we have some protection if they decide to attack us with the Grapha, or at least they have to honor the Kashtira Fenrir. That's going to proc their Medora to shuffle some stuff back. Shuffle the Rays back, so now we don't get protection. But that's okay, because we have Linkage starter cards. And then probably search for Engage or something similar to that, right? So it's all good. And I just quit anyways, just to realize that. On to the next one, gang. Hey, we've returned. This one, you will see, is probably one of the dumbest matches ever played. Hamp, Widow Anchor, Lightning Storm, double, triple tactics talent. We're playing against Kashtira. They're going to be able to pop off against this, unfortunately. What are you going to do about it, right? Let me know how you guys deal with Kashtira. Kashtira is annoying, but it's not like pure cancer yet, because they didn't release a rise for it. They banished 3. Luckily, it's not like last time when they banished double engage. So, they're just going to pop off, King. What else can you do? Kashtira Birth, yep. Special Shulkan, they're gonna get rank 7 into Diabolos. Diablo's gonna banish some stuff. You're gonna banish the Dark, banish some more. So we basically got 8 cards, well 7 from our main deck banished already. So far the banishes aren't terrible, but we did banish both Call Bys and then the Shark Cannon, which honestly against Kashtira probably not a great idea. Luckily we do have the out, right? We draw into Ash, so just keep it simple, stupid. Just Lightning Storm him, right? They're gonna chain Kashtira prep. It's fine. And we just call it a day. Now I do know you have the other option. We could try to somehow bait out the Kashtira Ogre, but why? You know. There's nothing there, so just wait. And really, they can't kill you. So, but they have the out, so it doesn't matter. Now, which one do you negate, right? You negate this one. This one banishes another extra deck monster, and then probably banish some stuff from your deck based on the number of cards you already have banished, right? This one can search for another Kashtira trap. So, basically pick your poison, kind of, right? But instead of that one, because they're gonna probably do some stupid trap. That's fine. So they're gonna banish Red Ray. They're gonna banish some more. You could say the right choice is to banish to negate this one, but you know what? I'm a dangerous risk taker. I'm thinking we bricked hardcore already. There's no way for us to brick more. So YOLO, do it, right? I'm gonna take 28 to face, 28 to face again. Please, please, for the love of God, give me something. Give me a chance, game. We draw MAXX. Alright, now we have no other choice. Right? Remember, MAXX, quick effect, monster effect. Hey, you know what? I hope they activate this, because why not? It's free, right? They think this is it. GG. So just do it. We're gonna MAXX ourselves. You're gonna chain Kashtira Ogre to banish one card, I believe. Face down. So we're gonna banish the Ray. Right? So now we have 1, 2, 3 Rays. All of them are banished. Right? We have no start card. Our only started card that we saw from the pile was Linkage and Rosie O'Donnell's, right? So, and then they place it in the same order. So that means that we're probably going to draw one of these, right? So we triple tax talent, draw into the, do it. So that's we get rolling, gang. Linkage the other one away. Go into Green Ray. Rosie O'Donnell. Battle phase, enter battle, attack. Send something. Send engage to search for stuff. Right, go into Zeke to banish. That one for 1 turn. We give him Zeke. Go into red, add back the engage, because this is, if I remember correctly, is another Fenrir. From like way back then, right? So we search for Widow Anchor. Draw a card, we draw double Ash. It's fine. Go into Yellow Ray, prevent this from attacking, because we don't want to deal with Fenrir. That's basically a key point right now. And then we try to buy enough time so we can keep bopping them. And eventually on our turn steal their monster and then, you know, hopefully kill them. So that's how you do it, right? They're down to 2 cards, mostly bricks. They get the Rise Heart though, unfortunate. We have to honor that, so we steal it. Right. They're gonna enter battle. Remember, Yellow Ray blocked it. They're gonna go to defense mode. That's fine. Diablo's gonna come back. Whatever. We're gonna draw into engage. That's pretty good. Engage into multiple roll. So might as well start resetting whatever we have in graveyard. And Gag. Go into Red Raid. Add back some stuff. Add back and Gag. Now the other safe play I could have done, of course, since I have double Widow Anchors in graveyard, and I believe the other one is banished. Oh, JK, not yet. So, I still can search the other Widow Anchor. There you go. And we can also draw a card. Into Horny Drones, which is not bad. So that means we have starter. Now, the other play, again, I could have done, which probably maybe would have been very, very close to Gam, I believe, is if I destroyed Diablos instead, and then go into Horny Drones, which I believe maybe can go into something else, right? But remember that our Dark already got banished, so that's unfortunate. I don't think there's realistically any way we could have guaranteed game at this point, because remember that Fenrir, one Fenrir attack will probably screw us. We do not have Ray and Grave. So we got to play it kind of carefully, but yeah, decided to do that. Enter battle, attack, right? Attack again for 25, so it's all good. Multiple is going to send that off. We're going to go into Blue Ray. Set 1. Reset the Widow Anchor. And this is Fenrir, which I'm pretty sure. They're down to 4Ks. So Fenrir plus probably a Zeke or something in this game. And that's it. There you go. We MAXX'd ourselves. We somehow won. On to viewer replay today. Hello, we return. Today's viewer replay is courtesy of Watsonsimp. Thank you for sharing your replay. Please check the description or your email if you haven't already. Okay. Against Terror. They're probably wondering I'm doing everything out of order now because I'm way behind. I'm sorry. We're going to do randomness. Don't worry. Chain Mask Code. You have to skill. Do they have the out to ash that or something like that? They do not. Very unfortunate. But they do have Shuffler. So this is pre-ban Terror, guys. I think. Right? They're gonna just pop off so much, but at least you get to draw some cards, right? You draw Ash, Kit Kat, yep. Search for Crimey. That's probably an appropriate time to Ash, but same time, You don't have to, right? Because they're gonna pop off anyways. That's probably one of the other points, because they can still just, you know, use the Kakat effect, but they already gave you like 50 cards, so you can easily break the board, right? Lightning Stormy. See what you do. And Gag. Sure. That's send negate and shuffle it back. And get Sharon's effect. Chain call by. They're gonna shuffle it back. Which means they dodge it anyways. You can chain MAXX, because why not? I guess. Lightning Storm. It's gonna pop. I guess you can also banish that at that point. And now you have a Ray, Red Noise, and Shuffler. Or Miller, right? Then add back Merly. Merly effect's gonna proc. And 2 Grapha. Oh, it's pretty recent then, never mind. Upstart again. To Angag, another one, it's pretty good. To Ziki Wiki. So he's gonna banish for a turn, they have to honor that. And Gag into Afterburners and Lightning Storm. Uno mas. Pop, alright. Shout out community. Going to red, add back engage, I guess. They're gonna chain the other shuffler, which they have to honor. I'm also kind of surprised they don't decide to shuffle back at least one of the other 2 rays, right? Because you're gonna have a bunch of spells anyway, so why give them back the Shark Cannon? Because then you can just banish another thing like Fairtrail Snow. So that's a mistake, I believe, on that part. They're gonna Magamut banish the ray. Oh, so that's even weirder. Sure. Again, no reason to do that for the Tearlaments player, in my opinion. Aside from searching the Druid Swarm, I guess. They could have done it during end phase, I suppose, right? So Merlin's gonna pop off. You're gonna imperm that. You're gonna chain Fairtrail Snow. Maybe banish this, right? Yeah, that's gonna banish your other Ray. Now I believe you don't have any Rays in Grave, but you do have Max Cope. Dark's gonna summon something. Did they forget that you don't have any Rays in Grave? Uh-huh. One dark monster in your opponent's graveyard. Well, remember that Zeke specifically says must be linked summon. You cannot summon it any other means, so you can't, for example, use Linkage to somehow get into a Zeke anyways, right? So it's a link to. Because remember, with Linkage, it's not necessarily considered a link summon, even though it has a link in the name. Very confusing. Children's Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a children's card game, by the way. Spirit Elf, sure. But you're gonna draw like 50,000 cards and they're down to 14, right? You draw the Shark Cannon, chain Merly. You're gonna banish it probably. Yeah, search for Ray. And at this point, you can probably pop off and win. Shuffling the Havness in the deck, you would have done the exact same thing. Yep. Afterburn, destroy that. Right. Rosary Donald's gonna pop off. They're gonna add back the Cry Me. That's perfectly fine. Do some damage, I suppose. They're down to Cry Me. They're gonna chain. Oh, that's a little early. I don't think you need to do that. Because now they're gonna chain Rosary Donald, and then you have something stuck in your main monster zone. And you don't really have a way to get rid of it. But that's okay, I suppose. First year of the engage, you're down to 6 cards. Opponent's gonna hopefully not get anything good, and they don't. But remember, they still have the Fairtrail Snow. Camp into Dark, sure. And at this point, you're very close to making access code, basically. Right? They can flippy floppy that. Triple tax talent, yeah, sure, why not? Unicorn. Access code. Just destroy those things, might as well. Right, we know what that is. That's Cry Me. Cry Me, I believe, adds a banish back to hand, so Merrill's not gonna do anything. Hold on. I don't know if you had another Linkage. I think you could have gotten Linkage, and that would have been game right there. Right? Because you had another engage. Unless you only play 1, 2... 1. I see 1 Linkage, right? And then Yeah, I think if you search for Linkage, assuming that's the last 4 cards in your deck, unless I miscounted, you should be able to go for Gam right there. But oh well. I mean, they're screwed regardless, right? Choose not to draw because you might get screwed. They open the shuffle, you lose. Up a Sherry Terry, really. Shadow Beast, all these things are popping off. Winda, sure. Not gonna do anything. Kaleido Heart, Attempt to shuffle back, steal it. Just call it a day. And then you just attack the attack, and then that's it. Barely Linkage, yeah, right there. Do it again, you attack, and then you just lose. Cool! Congratulations, Watsonsimp. But yeah, I think you could have searched the Linkage right there with the Engage, and that would have been close to game, right? Or exactly 25, because they're down to 1750. So that's the only thing. Check your email if you haven't already. All right. Of course, thank you to all subs. Thank you to all channel members. And see you guys around. Bye-bye. This is my outro song for free YouTube monies. Give me some likes and support me, please.